Well, a warm welcome, one and all, on what has been an horrendous, a wet evening. Thankfully, this rain has been deemed to be within reasonable limits, and after an inspection and all the regular formalities, the teams were handed in on time, and the all-important go-ahead was given. Bit of disruption, of course, for those travelling in the direction of the ground. The crowds have taken a little longer than usual to get in and to settle down, but thankfully that is behind us, and we are on track. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Sampdoria are having a tough week. It is a crazy schedule for them.
Yeah, it's a tough spell, and guarding against fatigue for the players is key now. Tiredness can be the blame for more injuries, so...
Has a hit! Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. He's trying the shot. Oh, how good is he? A finish of true class. There is the breakthrough. Oh, that is a bit special. Sampdoria trail at this early stage. How will they respond? Forward it goes. Danger averted for now. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Dodo drives it forward. And he just whacks it away. He's through. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Lucas!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And he's there to hoof it away. Got a throw in. Juventus very much in free scoring. Lucas! It's in! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
Juventus have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
There's no flag. Lovely bit of skill there. Shoots! That is absolutely glorious! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Hot knife through butter, they have done it again!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Juventus take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here. Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Cleared without complication. Soriano. It's a brilliant interception. Let us put a stop to that. Looks to play him in. It's a minor communications breakdown. They're guilty of lacking inventiveness here. It's all broken down. The message is clear. None shall pass. He's made sure that that won't get through. And that's been won straight back. He can get that clear. Plays it over to the other flank. Soriano. Out to the right. A real chance to break. Good take, and he's had a look. Breaks on here. He's on his way. Soriano. Hits one! And he should have made it four.
Juventus just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Well, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. And the counter is on. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Manolo Gabbiadini desperately wants to get on the end of this. Lucas. Referee has just said play on. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. He's got options out wide, looking to break out here. Looks to thread it through. First half is done. As easy as 1, 2, 3. It really has been that straightforward halfway through the match, but very little to suggest that much will change over the second half.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Juventus are cruising it at half-time, 3-0 ahead. And the game has already resumed here. Lucas, over to the left. Gets it into the middle. Oh, and he's asking too much with that. A heavy challenge. Dodo. Ball is over the line. Lucas. Manolo Gabbiadini. Tonelli. Tries to get it forward quickly. And they've been caught out here. Tries to get it clear. Dashing forward at pace. Could be goes for goal! Trying to get there. And it's hoisted clear. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
And the weighted pass. Tonelli knocks it away. Good clearance and very necessary. What a throw in. Loses his balance and loses the ball. And it's played forward. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Manolo Gabbiadini gets into a dangerous position. Lucas! Deftly done. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Gaston Ramirez plays it out to the wing. Now the counter. And it's Gaston Ramirez. It's Gabbiadini! Keeper's got his work done.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Cleared away. Oh, he's not going to get that.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities. Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
There's a long ball, and that's been levered clear. Dinks one in. What an adventurous run from a defence. Up to meet it! Just needed better contact. There's going to be another change here. Tries to switch the play. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Well, they know he's the root of potential problems, Peter, and they seem intent on uprooting that problem like that.
And that has put paid to that.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Gets it, and now what? He's tried one! Tries to get it clear. Keeps everyone guessing. Hoists it forward. Now they can break here. Hoists it high. Some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. He's got through. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. With a delicate ball. And a shot! Ball's loose. Oh, real danger here. Big chance! In for the pieces. They are rampant. Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Well, look, regardless of whether the keeper could have done better or not, Peter, that was all down to the excellent movement in getting into the right position to apply the final touch.
It's become a case of men against boys. Yoshida goes looking. Across the field it goes. Great strength, too strong for his opponent, and it's played forward. Two minutes to be added on. Brought forward, what does he try from here? That's a foul, free kick's been given. And no surprise, that's a booking. Battles to win it back. And that's that. A demolition, destruction, annihilation. They simply ran away with it. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Juventus have some very strong runners from midfield, and it's not often you'll see a team be so effective by advancing through the middle like that, but this was very impressive, the way they cut through the heart of that defence.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. We survey Milan's famous Curva Sud, one of the truly great shrines of the beautiful game. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Gerson. And that is as far as they're going to go. Good challenge, he just stood firm. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That is terrific skill. Lofted into the middle. Turns and goes back. Tries a shot!
Well, I suppose it wasn't the worst attempt if you consider how far out he was.
Hoists it forward. Forward it goes. He's through. And he's there to hoof it away. Looking to get within range. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
They've got a corner here. Good save, he got a decent fist on that. He's got the ball glued to his feet. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Sensi.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. A really good feat. Into the box. Cut out in the nick of time. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Looks to clip it forward. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick.
Well, he can produce power, precision and deception, so he's not short on options.
Milan with a free kick then. He's gone for goal! And that is quite wonderful! A finish of true class! And Milan have the lead! Dispatched expertly, nicely done. Milan put themselves into the lead.
He's just gone and reminded us yet again of what a threat he carries.
He goes long. That's the throw. The ball has crossed the line, and it's a throw. Play for a throw. Gets it into the middle. It's a brilliant interception. There's a long ball. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Tries to get it forward. He's had a goal! Away from immediate danger. Oh, that is lovely footwork. Clears it out of harm's way. Oh, really good feet from him. Shot at goal! And it's played forward. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Shooting chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Aimed in towards the centre. Whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Milan deserve to be ahead and probably should be in front by more considering the amount of chances they've managed. Everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Milan from the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And the game has already resumed here. Milan carrying a 1-goal lead. Defending was strong and firm. He's got it on the right now. What's on? And he heaves it forward. Throw in. Lovely feet. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. He's looking to get there first. He's gone for it! Back of the net! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Milan themselves a two-goal cushion.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And he's cut it out. Good clearance and very necessary. Out to the left it goes. Brought forward. What is he? And the finish! Good hit, kept the keeper honest.
Everything they would have spoken about in that dressing room during the break has a greater chance of happening thanks to the early goal. It's the perfect platform now to go on and try to win it.
And it's Fofana. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Has he found his man? He's got through. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out despite making what looked like the right run.
He's got options out wide. Sticks in a foot to win it back. Chance to break. Chooses to go back. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Goes for goal! Defending of the desperate variety. Shoots! Top save! That shot was... Oh, real danger here! Chance! Just off target.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
It back. Fence has got rid of that. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Talk about singling someone out.
Yeah, Peter, and it looks like this defence will go tooth and nail to prevent him from getting another.
So here comes a substitution. And it's hoisted clear. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Over to the left. Milan still 2-0 up and looking now to see it through. Danger averted for now. Brings it forward. Gets good distance. distance on it. Udinese are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Can he deliver? Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Chances coming thick and fast. It's another set piece. Goalkeeper's ball. Timely intervention. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's through the middle. Can get that clear. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Fofana. Plays it out to the flank. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan away with the win. A job really well done in all departments. A real sum-of-the-parts team effort. You look back on the game then, Jim.
Milan can certainly give themselves a pat on the back for a job well done. They have a togetherness that makes them very hard to beat.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, a very good evening to you as you join us for tonight's live game. Unfortunately, our weather forecast is somewhat less than promising. We're told to expect intermittent spells of heavy rain, which might very well impact on the quality of the football later. It'll certainly add a new dimension, especially for those players who like to keep hold of the ball. A few anxious faces hoping it will all somehow stay away, but I have to tell you that we are... Shot at goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Has a pop! And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
Well, he did get himself into a good position. Something for him to cling to.
And he's going long. Tries to get it forward quickly. And it's Tachidis. Cuts it out. Hoists it forward, lobs it in gently. Babacar just brushed off the ball there. No, the ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Defence has got rid of that. Still goalless. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was no routine save. Massive leap! No, he didn't quite meet it right. And it's played forward. And he's onside. Big chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have...
Has a pop!
Ah, that's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Goes for goal! Oh, that's a terrific save. And a shot! Oh, that's a fine save!
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
And that's been levered clear. Whipped it again. There are a few waiting for it. Lovely bit of... Goes for goal! Goal! Inter! Inter Milan draw first blood here.
Surprise, surprise. He just keeps on delivering and, listen, we all expect that.
Oh, hits one! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that.
He hits it! That has certainly tested the keeper. Hits one! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Well, the team's still separated by one goal, but it should be very different. So, your views on the first half?
Inter deserve to be ahead and probably should be in front by more considering the amount of chances they've managed. Everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Inter Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. Already up and running for the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Knocks it away. It's a throw-in. Great leap! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Going for goal! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Now it's Babacar. Forward it goes. Tries to get it forward quickly.
That's what has to be done now.
Had a shot! And he comes up trumps again. Well played, he saw that coming. Hoists it forward. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Babacar. Played in with accuracy. The breakthrough came in the final moments of the first period, and it's 1-0. And it's Lapadula! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Pings it out wide.
Inter are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Real chance!
I think it's time for them to concentrate on close.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he just whacks it away.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
And time is up. Inter Milan, hold on. It's a narrow squeak, bit of luck, some judgment. 1-0 the score at the final whistle. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, Peter, I'm sure a more comfortable margin would have been preferable, but you can't expect to get your way all the time. I think it was a win earned through game management, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.